Stuff and I see that there's
Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I want to welcome you to our Commissioners Board meeting for May the 15th. We are broadcasting live via Microsoft Teams live event. We're also on BCTV and also broadcasting through our Facebook and YouTube live pages. At this time, we'll begin with a moment of silence followed by a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll recognize Veronica Lepore, my executive assistant, to read the public comment notice.
Good morning. Thank you. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A, Facebook, and YouTube. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Veronica. We're very pleased to have Pam Seaman, our administrator of the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities, with us, along with folks from the Berks County Intermediate Unit. I'm going to ask them to come up. And before they make any comments regarding National Mental Health Awareness Month, I'd like my colleagues to come up as well and present a proclamation to Pam. Are you part of the team? We recognize, yes, but we want to recognize the whole team, and we'll have introductions. But first of all, want to read a proclamation to recognize the Mental Health Month of 2025. Whereas mental health is an essential part of overall well-being, impacting individuals, families, and communities across Berks County, whereas 1 in 5 American adults experience mental health conditions each year, and everyone faces challenges in life that can impact their mental health. And whereas despite its prevalence, mental health remains shrouded in stigma, preventing many from seeking help. And whereas early intervention and access to quality care are crucial for managing mental health conditions and improving quality of life. And whereas May is recognized nationally as Mental Health Awareness Month, providing an opportunity to raise awareness, combat stigma, and promote mental health resources. And whereas residents of Berks County are encouraged to educate themselves and others about mental health conditions, treatment options, and available resources, challenge stigma by speaking respectfully and inclusively about mental health, seek help if they are struggling with mental health, and encourage others to do the same. This includes mental health screenings, which are available at no cost at many organizations throughout the county. Support organizations that provide mental health services and advocacy, create safe and supportive environments for open conversations about mental health. Together, we can create a community where everyone feels empowered to prioritize their mental well-being and seek help when needed. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Commissioners of Berks County do hereby proclaim May 2025 as Mental Health Month in Berks County, Pennsylvania, Friday, May the 16th, 2025, as our official Berks County Mental Health Awareness Day. and it's signed by Commissioner Santoni, Commissioner Rivera, and myself. I want to personally thank you, Pam, for the leadership that you've shown over many years. I'm very familiar with the Strike Out the Stigma event, which I still is coming up. Put the Stigma on Ice that we've done for many years with the Reading Royals hockey team. And I also want to thank the BCIU. BCIU has been a critical partner when it comes to mental health. I know Dr. Weber. No, that's Reichert Ruana Weber, Michelle Ruana Weber, Dr. Reichert Huff, for the work that you've done relative to our schools, and just really appreciate the efforts. Any comments you want to make before we turn the podium over?
Thank you, and appreciate all the work that you do for us.
Yeah. Thank you for the work you do. Appreciate it. Also have the Are You OK Berks as well. So that's another initiative around mental.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and introduce the team and share what you would like to share with us.
Sure, I'll go ahead and just say a few words. So good morning and thank you for having us. My name is Pam Seaman. As the commissioners acknowledged, I'm the Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program Administrator. Michelle Ruano Weber to my left here is our Deputy Administrator. We have Dr. Sarah George and Dr. Michelle Reichert Huff from Berks County Intermediate Unit. So I'm going to keep my comments brief and I'll turn it over to these guys. As you all know, the mental health department lives and breathes mental health every day. And typically when I come to you, it's always in the vein of our struggles. We need more money, we need more resources, financial, manpower, and otherwise. But today, really, it's a different message that we're here today. We do really want to focus on raising awareness. And as you pointed out, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And it's actually been recognized as that since 1949. So especially during this month, we want to highlight the importance of mental health and well-being. And you already talked about this a little bit in the proclamation, but the National Institute of Mental Health estimates that in 2022, more than 1 in 5 adults in the United States live with a mental illness, which is 59.3 million individuals 18 or older. And that's about 23.1% of the total United States population. So that's pretty astounding. Also, diagnostic interview data from the National Comorbidity Survey Adolescent Supplement indicated an estimate of 49.5% of all adolescents aged 13 to 18 with a mental health disorder. And of that 49.5%, 22.2% had a severe impairment or distress. Getting back to why this is important, mental health is essential for overall well-being for everyone at every stage of life. As a lot of you know, regardless of age, background, or experience, prioritizing mental health strengthens individuals, families, and communities. People living among us with mental health conditions have experienced stigma across many generations, cultures, and societies. Although there is a better acceptance and understanding today about mental health conditions, many individuals and communities still really hold negative attitudes or beliefs about those living with mental health conditions. And stigma, unfortunately, does keep individuals from seeking help. So we're fortunate, though, to have many community partners like the IU who understand this and also work hard to create and promote environments where open conversations help develop resiliency and offer safety and support in seeking help and overall acceptance. So a couple key takeaways. It's important to recognize the early signs of mental health concerns that can lead to timely support and positive outcomes. Preventative care, strong support networks, and early intervention do promote lifelong wellness. And then the other important piece of this is mental and physical health are equally important, and integration of care for both of those supports a lifelong wellness. Living with a serious mental illness can be challenging and isolating, but we want people to know that no one has to face that alone. There are many services and supports available. Each person's journey with mental illness is going to be different and unique, but recovery is possible, and people with mental illness do lead meaningful lives. So lastly, you need to take care of yourself, your mind, your body, and soul. And I think you can see we have green on today, so I'm not sure if they're going to speak about the Go Green campaign, but I do want to leave you with our Two resources are crisis intervention services, which are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's with Holcomb, and their telephone number is 610-379-2007. And then, as Commissioner Leinbach identified, our task force, our suicide prevention task force, Are You Okay? Our website is areyouokberks.com. So turn it over to you guys.
Good.
Thank you, Pam. So good morning, everyone. We, as the BCIU, are honored to be here today as part of this important event recognizing Mental Health Awareness Month across Berks County. First, we want to extend our sincere thanks to all of you. Your ongoing support and leadership around mental health issues have been critical in helping move the community forward in reducing the stigma of mental health. By taking the time today to recognize this proclamation, you're helping to bring visibility to an issue that impacts all of us, all of our families, all of us individually, our students, our neighbors, and our colleagues. We especially want to acknowledge the county's strong commitment to supporting mental health in our schools through initiatives like student assistance programs or STOP programs, QPR, mental health first aid training, our crisis response services, as Pam had mentioned, and interagency partnerships. Our students are receiving timely, compassionate, and effective support in their mental health. These efforts allow us to meet young people where they are and guide them to the resources that they need the most. We're also grateful for our ongoing partnership with the MHDD office. This collaboration continues to strengthen our shared mission of building a responsive, supportive, and coordinated network of care for our schools. It's through this kind of partnership that we can ensure that our students and families are not falling through the cracks when it comes to their mental health. This May, we are proud to stand alongside the Berks County MHDD office in promoting Berks County Goes Green. It is an initiative that raises awareness and educates the public in addressing the stigma that still surrounds mental health. We can create a more understanding and inclusive community for everyone when we go green. The Go Green initiative is about wearing green in the month of May to show your support and awareness in mental health. People have lit up their buildings, have worn green, and have donned ribbons that all help support mental health awareness. While May is a dedicated time for awareness, our commitment doesn't end here for mental health. Throughout the year, we continue to work through social media outreach, website tools, ongoing trainings, and perhaps most importantly, face-to-face conversations that we all have to build empathy and understanding for mental health. One resource that we at the BCIU would like to highlight today is our Berks County Mental Health Community Resource page, available at berksiu.org. And we did bring some cards for you today to show the hard work of our team in the area of mental health. This page offers fact sheets, contact information, and a comprehensive list of local services for mental health supports for our students and families. Whether you're looking for help for yourself or someone else, it's a really great place to start. In closing, I want to thank you again to all of the commissioners, our partners, and to every person and organization that works to make mental health a priority within Berks County. Together, we are changing the conversation and changing the lives of our students and the families we support, as well as our neighbors and community members. I'm excited to keep this momentum going, not just in May, but all year long, and hope to see next year more of the community lit up green. Thank you.
So why don't you stay there a minute? So tomorrow, Berks County is going green, right? Our COO team, and we've sent that notice out to all of our staff. I saw you come in dressed up, and I thought, I missed it, because I knew you were on the agenda. We should have worn green today, but I don't think any of us thought of that. But I'm certainly glad that you did, and we encourage the public to understand when we talk about the stigma. I use the example often that people that go to parish, synagogue, church, they're very common to have a church prayer list and pray for my uncle, pray for my aunt. My uncle has cancer. My aunt is dealing with some other illness. But when's the last time you saw somebody put an individual on the prayer list? My uncle is dealing with whatever the mental health issue is. People are afraid to do that because of the stigma that is attached to it. But the reality is, and this is one thing I want you to verify, overwhelmingly, mental health is treatable. And people need to understand that. It's not that, I get a diagnosis, schizophrenia or whatever it is, my life is over. That's not the way it is, especially here in the 21st century. And we want people to know that. We want people to get the help that's available to them. And we want people around individuals not to treat them with stigma, but to work with them and to recognize they can lead a normal life. So thank you for all that you do. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Day, right?
It is tomorrow. Okay, continuing with our agenda, and mark that down to if you're watching, and believe it or not, there are a number of county employees that do watch the commissioners meeting. Some of them have actually told me they enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
So you never know. But mark down tomorrow, put it on your calendar in the morning when you get up, you want to wear green. Are there any additions or corrections for the May 8th, 2025 meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. I will take a minute here and put see if I have the capability of putting this on.
Not doing
Yeah, you want to do it for me? No. No, I'm not going to draw blood. They went through the trouble of getting them. I'm going to go through the effort of putting it on. There we go. We did have an executive session yesterday, and it dealt with contract negotiations, real estate, and personnel. Do we have any public comment on specific agenda items? Nothing in person, nothing online. Item 1, authorizing under that budget. Adopt a resolution authorizing 2025 budget transfers in the amount of $355,046 and 2025 appropriations in the amount of $155,160 per listing dated May 9th of 2025. There are 2 items listed under Human Resources. Authorize the appointment of Daniel Rowe to Assistant Director at Parks and Recreation. Item 2, authorize the appointment of Sarah Panic to Clerk 1 in Court Administration. Under Purchasing, we have 1 item, adopt a resolution authorizing a recommendation to award and further authorizing the Director of Contracts and Procurement to execute a contract as a result of an invitation to bid for window cleaning services. This goes to VIP Special Services, LLC, out of West Orange, New Jersey. The estimated annual expenditure is $27,720. Several items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the letter of agreement between the County of Berks, the Redevelopment Authority of Berks County, and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, correcting the legal description and documents associated with the purchase of 590 Ole Road in Ole, PA by the Redevelopment Authority of Berks County through the HUD Section 108 Loan Guarantee Assistance Program. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute a memorandum of understanding signature sheet reflecting the modification of the program year 2025 Berks Partners MOU between the County of Berks, Berks County Workforce Development Board, and PA Career Link Berks County One-Stop Partners for the management and operation of PA Career Link Berks County from July 1 of 25 to June 30th of 2026. Item C, Adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the program year 2025 Career Link operating budget signature sheet from July 1, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. Item D, adopt a resolution authorizing Robert J. Patrizio Jr., Chief Financial Officer, or in his absence, Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to approve the county pollution liability insurance renewal for a 3-year period from July 1 of 25 through July 1 of 28 to authorize Engel, Hambright, and Davies, Inc. to bind this coverage. And item E, adopt a resolution authorizing Robert J. Patrizio Jr., Chief Financial Officer, or in his absence, Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to execute the Travelers Government Entity Crime Renewal application for excess crime coverage from July 1 of 25 through July 1 of 26. Item 2, a motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements amendments as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated May the 12th of 2025. And that's great. I didn't write it down, but I have them here at the end, and I'm take me a second. There's one with the Berks County Children and Youth Shelter. There are 5 with Children and Youth Services. There's one with Children and Youth Services Juvenile Probation, and there's one with Election Services. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of the payments and electronic transfers for the week ending May 16th of 2025. And item 4, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated May 20th of 2025.
Motion to accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. We'll move now to reports of our treasurer and controller. We'll begin with our county treasurer, Mitch Darcourt.
Thank you, Commissioner. Today we have an opening balance of $290,377,470.81. We have a balance to clear of $7,259,732.13, leaving us with a balance of $283,117,738.68. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitch. And moving now to Joe Rutterow, our Berks County Controller, with the Controller's Report. Joe.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. For the week ending May 16th, 2025, we have a total accounts payable of $18,505,388.41. We have a total tax collector payroll of $100,129.50 for a total cash disbursement of $18,605,517.91. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe. We'll move now to Kevin Barnhart, our Chief Operations Officer.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. As you're aware, a few months ago, we met in Harrisburg with the legislative delegation from the 3 counties planning on a regional detention center. Today from 1 to 3 and next Thursday from 1 to 3, we're conducting legislative tours of the facility so they can get an idea up close and personal look at what the building is and what our intent is to cooperate and work together with Lehigh and Dauphin County. So thank you. That's all we have.
Thank you very much. And with that, we're to Commissioner's comments, and we'll begin with Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. A few items here. This past Thursday, we had, I think, 6 members of our local General Assembly delegation came here to the election services and to learn more about how election services run here in Berks County. The state sets the laws and the rules for elections, but counties are the ones who actually carry out the elections. And the purpose of these tours was dual. One, the representative and senators were invited, as well as their staff, so they can learn about how elections run here, because they get calls and questions about processes and what goes on in elections. So it was one for them to be able to answer questions if they get calls in their office, but also too so our legislators are aware of what goes on and what needs we have here in Berks County and throughout the state in reference to elections, and then that way have more information when they are putting forth bills in reference to elections. So I feel overall it was a successful day. Kevin Barnhart together with Ann Norton were the ones leading those two tours. They came down here to the office a little bit, learned what happens in there. They went to the SAM building across the street, saw the equipment there, what happens there. And we've also invited them to come in on election day to see how things run on election day. So we have, I think, so far 5 or 6 confirmed for election day to come in as well. So I feel it's important that we provided this to them so that they can learn and also share with us concerns that they may have as well. Also, this past Friday was the commencement for RAC, which all 3 of us went to the employee recognition luncheon before the commencement program. We had other things going on that day, but we were able to go and congratulate the long-term employees at RAC. So congratulations, great job at RAC, and congratulations to all those who graduated, not only at RAC, but at also the other local colleges and universities as well, and to those upcoming graduations for high school students also, congratulations. Something interesting we learned at the RAC luncheon was that this graduation is the most people they have had, or most students they have had graduate in 30 years. I don't know, what was the number? Was it 600 or 800? I think
No, it was over 600.
So a huge number, again, the largest number in 30 years. So that's great, and it says a lot about the work that RAC is doing here in the county. Also, last week, we celebrated National Corrections Officers and Employees Week, where we pay tribute to the brave men and women who have fallen and also recognize the work of our corrections officers and other staff at the Berks County Jail System. So again, congratulations to them. There was a ceremony there at 2:30 on Friday, but I want to congratulate them publicly as well. And this week, we are celebrating National Police Week, the same thing where we pay tribute to the brave and men and women who have fallen the line of duty and to recognize the work of our police officers here in Berks County and throughout the nation. So congratulations to our police officers who day in and day out go and put their lives on the line to protect and serve us. This Saturday, we have the Armed Forces Parade in West Reading. The parade starts at 11 a.m. So if you're available on Saturday and you want to go out and pay tribute to our armed forces, this includes both veterans and active, please join us in West Reading starting at 10 a.m. It's a great parade they do, and they're in their 77th year. So it's one of the long, if not, I think it's the longest running or one of the longest running armed forces parade in the nation. This Monday is my BCTV show at 6:30. It airs at 6:30. I will be recording that today with Pam Seaman, and Pam will be my guest there, and we'll be talking about mental health. So wanted to do that because we are celebrating Mental Health Awareness Month. Felt it was important to have some conversation with Pam about mental health. One reminder, Tuesday is election day, so remember to please get out and vote. And there is no election board meeting today. All I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rivera. Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple things. I'm not going to repeat a lot of the events that Commissioner Rivera was at, but I do want to just focus and talk a little bit about the tours that our staff has provided to our Berks delegation to Harrisburg. I think it's really important. Ann and her team at Election Services provide a lot of background information with regards to elections. Election day is sort of like game day, but all the things that happen prior to that, it's really important. They have a lot of work to do, and I don't think people realize all that they have to do before Election day. So I want to thank her team, and I also want to thank Kevin and Larry for putting together the Youth Detention Center tours that are happening today and next week. Again, it's really, really important to keep our delegation to Harrisburg in the loop because we do go to them for funding and support. So I want to commend our team for all the great work that they've done in those endeavors. Last Friday was the R3 program that Connections Work does to provide help and job training, education for some of the people that are coming out of prison. It's held right here in this room. I try to get to everyone that I can, and I think the highlight of it is when we hear from the graduates that have had some rough times in their life and have turned their lives around, and how they're starting their new jobs and the excitement that they have as they begin a new life. So I think that's really important. It's the R3 program that is held through Connections Work, and they do a great job. I also want to recognize National Police Week from the 11th to the 17th. Recognize all those police officers that protect us and give the ultimate sacrifice. I also I have taped my BCTV show, and our very own Pam Mennett was my guest this week, so that'll be on Monday as well. We talked about all the economic development activity that's happening here in Berks, so I want to thank her publicly for being my guest and providing all the great information that she had. And the last thing, I think I'd be remiss. Last week we elected a new pope. Not we, but the College of Cardinals elected a new pope. Being an American Catholic, I think it's really exciting that for the first time in the history of the Church, we have an American-born pope. So that's really exciting. And even more exciting is the fact that Pope Leo XIV is a graduate of Villanova University, which is actually my alma mater. So I think I might have a direct link to that. So we're hoping that he can say a few extra prayers for our basketball team next year, and they can get better. So we wish the Pope the best. And Mr. Chairman, that's all that I have.
My understanding is, though, the Pope is a Phillies fan, not a Cardinals fan.
He's neither. He's a fan of the White Sox. He was actually born in Chicago. Really? Yes. He's a Chicago White Sox.
Villanova, he had to be a Phillies fan.
No, he was born in Chicago.
Dante's a Cardinals fan. I'm a Phillies fan.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
I guess.
Cardinals are pretty good.
Yeah, all right. Thanks.
They kicked our butt last night in the second game. Actually, we did it to ourselves, I think. Okay, comments here. I'm going to not jump on the same things. I want to thank the election department for the tour. It was great. The RAC event, excellent. Jail Memorial, I just want to thank our corrections officers and our jail employees for the work that they do every single day. As I said there, I'll say here, they are part of law enforcement, and often people forget that. They're kind of the hidden arm of law enforcement, but they are an important part. So we appreciate the work that they do. Also want to note that on the agenda today, we approved the hiring of Dan Rowe as the new deputy for our Parks and Rec department. Dan actually is coming back. Dan, I forget his exact title, but he was like our historic curator at the parks for many years. And he jumped at the opportunity to come back and step up into leadership. So I want to welcome Dan back. Definitely a solid addition to the team. Also, want to highlight a contest that is going on in the county tied to America 250 PA, specifically the Berks Committee. If you received the latest edition of Berks First, on page 12, there is a passport card to history, and it has the names of a number of different locations: the Berks Heritage Center, Nolde Forest, Berks County Genealogy Society, Daniel Boone Homestead, WKNS Railroad, just to name a few. And all of those have these cards for you to take, or you can take this one around and get it stamped. When you get it stamped, if you get at least 13 stamps, or 7 to 13 stamps, you'll be eligible for a third prize drawing. If you get 14 to 20 stamps, you're eligible for a second prize drawing. And if you get 21 to 24 stamps, 24 would be all of them, you're eligible for the grand prize. So what are these prizes? They've all been donated by local partners. The grand prize is a $250 Boscov's gift certificate. Second prize is a $150 gift certificate to Stokesay Castle, alcohol excluded. There are 3 third prizes. There's 2 4-packs of tickets to a Reading Fight and Phil's game. And there's one winner that will get a $50 gift certificate to Jimmy Kramer's Peanut Bar, also alcohol not included. The contest began on May 1st. It goes through August 15th. By August 15th, we have to have all of these back. They'll be collected at the various locations. You can also drop them off here with any of the commissioners. And the following week, the commissioners will choose the winners by random drawing at our commissioners meeting. So we're excited. I want to thank our history committee for America 250 PA Berks. Laurel Miller chairs that history committee. They put this contest together. And I also want to thank each of our partners, the Reading Fight and Phil's, Stokesay Castle, the Peanut Bar, and Boscov's for supporting that great program. Tomorrow evening, I'll be up at Felino Estates and Winery for the Benefit for the Birds. This is Hawk Mountain Sanctuary's annual fundraiser. It is a great event. I don't know if people realize this, but Hawk Mountain Sanctuary is the first raptor sanctuary in the world. And the bulk of it, not all of it, but the bulk of it, Visitor Center, South Overlook, are in Berks County in Albany Township. Their Acopian Center, which is on, I'm going to say 897, I think that I might be wrong on the route number. That's actually in Schuylkill County, but it is an amazing facility and educational program. Looking forward to being at that event. Also, the Armed Forces Day Parade. I'll be in that on Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I think we'll be okay till the afternoon. I'm riding my motorcycle. I don't like to ride my motorcycle in rain. It can get a little sketchy. Next week, I will be in South Dakota. I am going there for the National Association of Counties Western Interstate Region Conference and the National Board meeting, Board of Directors. There are a lot of things that will be going on. One of the major things I'm looking forward to is there'll be significant time spent on a federal update. My understanding from a virtual board meeting I had late yesterday, we'll probably have an hour and a half to 2 hour review just on the proposed budget that we're looking at. And I was a little surprised. I thought it was going to be doom and gloom, but they said there are some concerns in it, but there's some significant wins for counties. I don't know what those are. I'm looking forward to hearing about them. And as I always try to do, I'll bring back some of the key takeaways that I learned from that event. That's all that I have. Any comments for our row officers?
I don't have anything at this time.
Just a quick question. So Tuesday is the primary election. Services center's normal hours, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Of operation. Yeah. Sometimes people get confused on that.
Yeah, we close for general, on general election, we are closed. But primary day, we remain open.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a good point. And don't forget to vote. If you haven't voted already, I voted. My wife has already voted. So please take advantage of the opportunity to have a say in your local government. Any public comment? And there's nothing online.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
The meeting stands adjourned.